You're about to learn one of the most overlooked battlefield survival techniques from the First World War. A method soldiers used when food supply lines collapsed and fields around them became the only resource worth trusting. Before we begin, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you never miss field-tested history that still applies today. Now, let's get right into it. How WW1 soldiers used opportunistic strip harvesting to secure food under fire. In the chaos of the Western and Eastern fronts, units frequently found themselves cut off from supply wagons for days. Soldiers quickly adopted a simple but ruthlessly efficient method: strip harvesting the edges of abandoned or contested fields in narrow passes rather than sweeping through an entire area. The key was speed. Instead of clearing a full plot, they worked in fast linear paths along the crop rows, grabbing only the ripest, most calorie-dense portions. This reduced exposure, minimized movement signatures, and still provided enough grain, roots or forage to keep the unit functioning without attracting attention. Applied today, this method becomes a fast extraction approach for anyone needing quick calories in uncertain territory. If you're traveling through a rural region during a crisis, you don't clear the whole garden or field. You move along one edge, take what's mature and most energy efficient, and leave immediately. It keeps you fed without revealing how long you were there or how much you needed. Why forward scouts played a crucial role in choosing the safest rows. WW1 patrol scouts weren't just looking for machine gun nests or artillery spots. They also identified which sections of farmland were safe enough to enter. They learned to read wind patterns, soil disturbance, and vegetation height to detect hidden mines, shell traps, or enemy pickets. Fields with irregular growth usually indicated overturned soil and potential ordnance beneath. Crops bending against prevailing wind revealed recent troop movement. Modern survivalists can apply this by reading a field before entering. If rows are uneven, if the soil shows fresh cuts, or if plants grow in broken patterns, you avoid that side. Even outside warfare, these cues help identify animal trails, recent human activity, or soil erosion that could collapse under weight. Farmers still use these same assessments to judge whether machinery can pass safely. How trench troops improvise micro-drying to preserve harvested grain on the move. Because soldiers couldn't carry damp grain without it moulding, they developed a rapid drying method using their own kit. They spread thin layers of grain inside mess tins, rested them near heated trench walls, and rotated the tins every few minutes. It wasn't pleasant, but it prevented spoilage long enough to grind or boil later. In a modern setting, the same technique works whenever you source wild grain or roots. You can place small amounts on a metal cup or pan near a contained heat source and rotate frequently. It dries faster than air drying and prevents wasting calories. How soldiers used crushed green grain to stretch rations when supplies collapsed. When grain wasn't fully mature, troops crushed it into a coarse mash using rifle butts or entrenching tools. Mixed with hot water, it produced a simple gruel that supplied carbohydrates even when harvests were incomplete. Today, if you find immature seed heads or partially developed grain, crushing and boiling them gives you emergency calories without needing full ripeness. It won't taste good, but it's reliable fuel when travelling light or cut off from stores. Make sure you subscribe and share this video with someone who appreciates real history that still has teeth.